radio done right.
No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Friday, October 21st. Good morning, Powers.
Good morning, Beef.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got a lot of stuff to give away today, gearing up for a jam-packed weekend of festivities. Kicking things off with the Glow Show tonight at the Rock. I'll be hosting that. Rock local event, and it's all like blacklight themed, headlined by Sam's of Fists. Got some of our favorite bands on the bill. So if you're looking for some live in your face rock and roll, it's the Rock tonight. And then it's home opening weekend for the Tucson Roadrunners.
Woo.
Yeah, so Saturday night there's going to be a game. On Sunday it's family day, so there'll be an early Sunday game, which I'll be giving away 4 packs of tickets for all morning long. Powers and I yesterday went to lunch, Roadrunners luncheon for that, and got to eat some good grub. Now, I didn't even know what was going on, to be honest with you. Like, I got the tickets and the seats, we both did, through our general manager, and I was kind of informed it was something else. And then I went there, and I noticed all the season ticket holders who I've, come to know and love because I've been the arena host now for 6 seasons.
Wow.
6 out of the 7 seasons. In fact, actually, I started at the end of the inaugural season because Shamonte moved across the country, and then he passed the baton to me. And I've been a part of the organization ever since, which is super fun. And, it was a nice lunch and it was great. And I'm talking to everybody going into it. Then we eat and then we listen, to the speeches and give a little rundown of how the season's going to look and what they have in store. And then I hit a wall. The caffeine wore out, the food hit. Yeah. Right. And then I was like a zombie. And I'm just like, at the end of it, I'm like, I just got to get out of here fast. I'm just going to pass out. Right.
Yeah.
I felt like you were the same way, right?
Yeah, I was done, and I went to sleep yesterday like 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Like I was done.
At least you had that luxury, because I don't now, because I'm a father, right?
Yeah.
I got responsibilities, and my daughter, she just got her first job. She's working at a little sandwich shop in downtown.
Nice.
Yeah, which is fine. It is nice, but, she works. I have to pick her up after work. And yesterday, as she was getting ready to work, or getting ready for work, she comes out of the bathroom and she says an expletive. She curses. And this kind of takes me back because my daughter used to never curse around me, right? It was kind of like a respect thing. And that's the way I look at it. Even though I curse like a sailor, it's a do as I say, not as I do type of parenting technique. And out of respect, she's always been very sweet to never curse around me, even though I knew that I loaded her up with an arsenal so that she could defend herself verbally on the playground, right? But she just casually let, curse words slip, talking about poo, whatever. And not that big of a deal, but I was just like kind of bummed about it. And I was like, sweetie, like I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't curse around me. Let's keep that tradition going.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And she's like, I know it's hypocritical, but it's the little things. So she's like, Dad, I'm not a little girl anymore. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. And then I look at her name tag. And she spells her name. She dotted her I with a heart, and then she put a little smiley face after it. And I'm like, well, if you're not a little girl, you might want to step up your name tag game here a little bit. It's still kind of my little girl. So that was my father moment of the day. But long story short, I can't go to sleep at 5. I wish I could, but unfortunately, I have to wait until she's done, go pick her up, and then go sleep late.
In her defense, whenever I spell my girlfriend's name in my journal, I dot the I's with a heart. Is that fair?
No. So you're a terrible role model for, you're a great role model when it comes to forever young and living life and having that joyful innocence of a child.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. But terrible role model if you want to teach any of your kids how to adult or, Yeah. Yeah, like, taxes. Like, no, I don't think you have lots of friends. None of your friends probably came to you and say, hey, I need some help on these taxes. Or do you have any investment like advice on my 401k? Like
Oh.
nobody says that to you, right?
I got good investment advice, but it's all about what comics to buy.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's the man-child gimmick, and there's definitely a value to that. Yeah, absolutely. And you're living a happy life. You look like a happy man.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't want my daughter to be like you, though. We do have a family fun event happening on Sunday with the Tucson Roadrunners. And I have 4 packs of tickets to give away all morning long. And to kick things off, let's do it right now. Caller number 10, if you want to bring your family and you got 4 of them, you might have to buy an extra ticket if you have more than 4.
Mhm.
But you know what? If you have more than 4 in your family, you're used to spending extra money. So caller number 10 right now, 600 KFMA, 600-5362 will win my first 4-pack of tickets for the Tucson Roadrunners this Sunday for the family game. The puck drop on that, I believe. All right, that was our show open. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the podcast broadcast. Please welcome in studio guests for the first time. We got Steve-O and Omar from Stands with Fists. Good morning, guys.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, thank you for joining us. And I know that I got people calling right now trying to win those tickets. 10. Email me if you want those tickets and pick them up today for the Roadrunners game this Sunday, family 4-pack. So I just need to get a couple things to put into the system as far as information, and that's your address and your birth date and your phone number,
Measurements,
not your social. I'm not trying to steal your identity, just the system. That's the way they work. And then be prepared for spam emails, as the company loves to give those out. I'm just kidding. All right, so the guys are getting ready for the Glow show, which is happening, of course, tonight. And Omar, in fact, actually, after his appearance here on the show, is running down the storage to pick up all the props and all this shit like that. So they got him working hard. Omar, what position do you play? What's your what position?
Well, my favorite position is the guitar position.
Oh yeah, you're a guitarist as well.
But I can
so
play
I got
them
the 2
all.
guitarists. Yeah, that's good. So both we got the rhythm and lead and Steve-O and Omar. You guys go back and forth, take turns.
Yeah, it all depends what the song calls for.
Nice. And then you've been in the band for how long, Omar?
Too long, man.
Were you a founding member?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right, nice.
long time.
Yeah. So Omar's a founding member. Steve-O, has been the band for a few years, but not a founding member. But all part of the fam. And of course, tonight's show is themed with black lights and the entire props, the whole fucking 9. So it's a visual experience. It's kind of like a big budget indie show. It's the best way to describe this, right? They go all out. It's a conceptual performance, and with all the bands that are on this lineup, they're all sick from top to bottom. So it's gonna be a full night of drinking and just rocking out. So I'm stoked about it. And I'm going through some of the pictures here that we're seeing here on the Facebook page with Stands with Fists. And this was a picture that's part of a poster that was, you've been doing how many Glow shows now? Because this is from 2014. So you've been doing a Glow show for a long time, right?
Yeah, the first Glow show, it was a complete accident.
How was it an accident?
Well, we're trying to do something special for a CD release party.
Yeah.
The first CD that we put out. And I can't remember why we had glow paint in the room. And I decided to rub it. Somebody decided to rub it on their arm. I think it might have been me.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, dude, this looks fucking cool, man. And then we just decided to just put paint all over us, and it looked pretty cool in the black lights.
Yeah.
And then we started adding more props. Had the black light reaction and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it just grew from there. We met some artists that wanted to be like, hey, man, we can make some cool art to put in your show. And it just kept changing and evolving from there.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think it's a great concept. I actually haven't heard of anything like it on a local level before either. So, I'm stoked about this entire show. And so now with it, though, it takes, there's a lot of work being in a band, right? And just setting up in gear and being a musician. If you're not the lead singer, then you're hauling gear and that's a pain in the ass. But this takes it to another level because you're actually working tonight. It's a full day for you.
Well, on John's defense,
Yeah.
Our lead singer, he does a lot more work than any other lead singer I've ever met.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
He's a hustler.
Yeah, the stereotype is that lead singers don't lift they come in with the microphone in hand, be like, there you go, I'm packing. I brought it
we
in
got
the
lucky,
gear.
man.
Yeah.
We got lucky.
Yeah, that's good. Well, when Jonathan Russell is in 10 bands, so you have to work hard if you're going to try to maintain all those bands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's see. We got about 30 seconds before we do a tease on the air. We got a lot of things that we're going to do with you guys since it's your first time to get to know you. We'll play a game. We'll continue to go through some images, we'll play a music video, cover news stories, do some radio, all that fun stuff. All right. So 15 seconds going into the tease. And I have a couple things I'm going to show you. I'll show you the worst mugshot I've ever come across. And it's fitting for Halloween. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back. Beef Vegan Presents. In studio, we got Standards with Fists. That's Steve-O and Omar. Of course, they're performing tonight at the Rock. Doors open at 7. Show's going to be kicked off with So Sick, and the entire show will be So Sick. That's look at that. Huh?
Indeed.
Yeah. Coming up next, it's all about crazy eyes. Okay. I'll talk about a Brazilian man who set a world record for popping his eyeballs out. We'll be able to see that on the podcast broadcast. Plus, the Florida man story of a woman so high on drugs, she looks demonic. Yeah, it's amazing. Once you see this mugshot, you're going to have nightmares for a good week.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so stick around. Or you can watch that and then have those nightmares. If you join us on the YouTube page, youtube.com/beefvegan, our crazy eyes stories coming up next at Beef Vegan Presents After Fuel. Here's Hemorrhage on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Don't go away. Clear. All right. Without even teasing, let me just do this right now. I got to copy. I'm going to copy and set this up because this mugshot of this Florida woman, I'm going to let you guess what drug she's on. And there's multiple drugs, obviously, but there are no wrong answers because in all honesty, she's probably on all of them. Let's see. I paste this and then I got to expand it. It's amazing. And I guess the $1 million question is, would you hit it? Right? That's $1 million question. I'm asking it. Okay. So I'm going to show you this chick. And first and foremost, would you hit it? And then secondly, what drugs is she on? So I'm pulling it up right now. You're going to be able to see it on the podcast broadcast. And here we go. Would you hit it?
Oh.
Well,
is she wearing contacts?
Man, I bet you she's a really nice person.
Right. Well, that seems to be the debate that's tearing the internet apart. They don't know whether this is actually contacts, which it very well could be, or she is so fucking high that her eyes turned out to be like this.
she got some liver disease or something.
Yeah,
super jaundice. And
right.
Of course, those pupils super dilated. And with the amount of drugs that they found her with and on, it could very well be her eyes. And it is nuts.
Wow.
Yes.
She's pinned, bro.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Like, just imagine you're in the dark and then you turn on the lights
Mhm.
and then that's what's like this close to you.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh.
Was she in Florida?
She was in Florida.
Yeah.
Yep. It's definitely a Florida woman, our Florida woman story of the day, in fact, actually. And it's brutal. But I will show you, let's see. And we're going to actually run down what drugs that she was on and talk about it. She posted an $1,100 bond as well. So she had a little bit of money. But when I talk to you about the drugs that she was on, you're going to be like, well, maybe that is her eyes. And that's essentially that's the debate. People are like, oh, that's got to be contacts. And they're like, well, she was on this drug, this drug, this drug, and this drug. And people are like, oh, okay. Well, maybe it's not contacts because I've seen people at raves kind of look like that around 4 a.m. So it's possible. So we got 2 crazy eye stories that we're going to be sharing here next. And make sure you get that email, 10. If you emailed me already, then I apologize. But I want to make sure that I get your info there so you can pick up those tickets today. A 4-pack of tickets for the Tucson Roadrunners on Sunday. The busy weekend for me, man.
Yeah.
Kicking it off with the Glow Show. And I'm trying to be not too hungover for the next day because then I got a kid's birthday party that I got to go to. Yeah. It's always the worst.
What if a kid's birthday party?
It's my girlfriend's a former student and that she loves so much. And, I visited and read, stories in the classroom so much. So it would mean a lot to her,
Yeah.
which I'm like, great. I'm going to go there and be like, good to see you again, kid. Reeking.
Of Glow Show.
Yeah,
That's
a
right.
glow show. Got fucking like neon paint all over me,
Probably.
bags under my eyes. I mean, looking like the lady we just showed.
smelling like old school Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gather round, kids. Yeah. All right, let's get into this. I got 2 seconds. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. The mugshot that we showed on the podcast broadcast is one that will give you nightmares. A Florida woman is all about this story. In fact, actually, since it is a Florida woman, let's hit our theme song.
Florida man, catch an alligator in the trash can. If you can't do it, no one can. Come on now, Florida man.
All right. Now, the use of certain drugs can cause constricted pupils, all right, which might explain the pinpoint peepers of Delia. Or maybe she's just wearing crazy contact lenses. The internet is torn. She's a 45-year-old Floridian who was collared last month after a car she was driving was pulled over at 10 p.m. By cops in Orlando. Once they searched her purse, they located multiple baggies containing an off-white / tan rock-like substance.
Okay.
All right. Now, initially, you're like, okay, it sounds like crack, but those aren't crack guys. Or are they? Now, police identified the stimulant as MDMA.
Oh.
Yeah. Another bag of Molly was discovered inside her bra. So she had Molly everywhere. Now, these are kind of Molly eyes. If you've ever been to one of these raves or rawhide, you don't see those eyes at like 8 o'clock at night, but you will see them at 3:30 in the morning. You know, these are the Molly eyes that scare the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Now, she also had a baggie of marijuana, and she got arrested for felony possession charge of narcotics, a misdemeanor, pot rap, and she posted $1,100 bond. Now, the bad news is she looks terrifying. And the good news is she didn't need to waste money on a Halloween mask, right? So she also had M&Ms on her, so maybe she was just getting ready for trick-or-treating. But, you know, I know if I'm high on MDMA and Molly, I'd love a delicious sweet treat like M&Ms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Branding's right there.
It's right there. So that's our first Crazy Eyes story. The other Crazy Eyes story, it doesn't have anything to do with criminals. It actually has to do with a world record. There's a Brazilian man who set a world record for being able to pop his eyeballs out of his skull.
Students. Test scores dropped.
Most impressive thing that you're going to see, but also one of the weirdest.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show the video of it here on the podcast broadcast. So if you want to see how far this guy's eyeballs poke out of his skull, join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Still hanging out here with Stands with Fists, Steve-O and Omar. So keep hanging out with us, youtube.com/beefvegan. I said it again. I'll say it one more time, youtube.com/beefvegan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smash that button.
I'll smash.
All right. Ready for this?
That's a perfect freeze frame.
It
So,
is.
You know, you can see it. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah. This guy is essentially Christopher Lloyd in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes. Okay.
all right.
Nice.
Yes. And you're going to see the beginning of this. It is fucking freaky. And if you guys don't have this guy painted in a neon mural for tonight's Glow show, you're not doing it right. Right.
Okay.
All right. Let's watch these people react. This is Sydney. Oh.
Okay. Looking like a regular fella.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
How clenched do you think he needs to make his butthole to make this happen? Like, what do you think is the technique to be able to pop these eyeballs out? Honestly.
Just squish your balls. Really?
Yeah, you know, squeeze your legs
Something.
together. And, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know,
squish your
man.
nuts together. That's what he does. He squeezes his legs together
Yeah.
to squish his balls so hard that his eyeballs pop out of his head.
It's gotta be.
That
Yeah.
is an ancient technique.
Oh, yeah.
Lost.
Look at that. Wow.
That looks dangerous.
What a great way, as far as self-defense is concerned. Say you're walking the streets in New York right now.
That's
And,
like, yeah.
Yeah, and someone comes up and tries to mug you, and you're just like, what? And then boom, they're running. They're fucking running. There is nobody that is going to follow through with any kind of assault on the bug-eyed man as soon as he does that. And if he says it like a squeaky voice or
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like the squeaky voice, like
Right.
on Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
yeah.
Yeah.
You want me?
Remember me?
Yeah.
When I killed your brother?
Yeah. Ah! Ah!
That would
Oh,
be
no.
awesome. That would be
Sydney's wife. This guy's married.
Oh,
Oh,
he's smart. He
wow.
didn't tell her
Right.
until they got engaged. He's like, listen, I got to tell you something.
yeah. This would be fantastic if his eyes do that every time he busts a nut.
I was gonna say she found out wedding night.
Oh, she married him because he has beautiful eyes. Oh.
Check this out.
Oh, no.
Eventually, what if eventually one of these times it just like pops all the way out?
You can
Just
pop. You
fuck with
pop it back in like Terry Funk.
Mm.
You do it. You can.
Right?
Yeah. You just gotta
Exactly,
pop that thing
right?
back in.
You know what's cool though? Very easy to put Visine on those eyes.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like a lot of people, it's difficult, especially when you're high. You know, you're blinking and everything to try to get it right there on the eyeball.
See,
You
I,
just
rem-
get this, yeah. This is
I
the
remember
original
this
one.
lady.
Yeah, she was
Yes.
the record holder, and now he he beat her. The difference between him and her is that she's single and he's married. So you know, women can overlook all disgusting things.
Oh,
Ugh.
that shot.
Wow.
Holy jeez.
She from Florida too?
Yeah. Keith Smith wanted to try something different with his eyeballs.
Oh goodness.
Oh, gee,
So
yeah.
he does it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you could do it.
He attempted the longest
Oh, to do it for the
eyeball pop.
longest time. Okay.
Okay.
So
And
that's
they just get
interesting.
stuck. This is a category that they no longer monitor because nobody
Okay.
wanted to be a judge and watch this.
That looks funny.
He looks- he's in pain.
Yeah, he's gonna burst his. Yeah, they're gonna pop.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I'm gonna try this
Ooh.
later.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it would be sick on stage. Are you kidding me? You know, you're full blown. Oh, one eye. Oh.
Oh, oh,
He's got
oh,
jizz coming out of his
jeez.
eye. Oh, Jesus.
What are we looking at now? Oh.
Oh,
That
man.
is horrible.
What is
Ah.
that?
He just inhaled. He sniffed milk
Oh,
and is
all
putting
right,
it
all
through.
right.
You know. it's
Yeah,
all
but you could do
connected.
that.
Shooting
I
out
mean,
the eyeball?
Did you guys try to develop any kind of weird talent like this, or you just stick to learning guitar?
Well, you know, there's
You
lot of
know,
options out there.
There's a crossroad. There's a crossroad
Yeah, right.
in every man's life where they're like, you know what? I want to meet and attract women, right? That's usually why you develop a talent. But what do? Do I pick up this instrument and learn how to play a song, or do I figure out how to pop my fucking eyeballs out of my head? And
Like, check it out, baby.
some people thought that would be the way to do it.
This is how you know what I like. When I see it.
Oh man,
I'll tell you, this is haunting.
It is.
It's like no joke.
Oh, you're absolutely right. You're 100% absolutely right. As we're keeping the videos going, it's time for Beef's retweets. Again, this is stuff that I found on the old interwebs on Twitter and retweeted it. Don't come at me or don't follow me. It's nothing interesting until you see it here on the stream. Is Twitter down right now? Hold on.
A bunch of people aren't going to know where to throw all their rage.
Yeah, no.
It's like,
No,
what did
Twitter's
I
still up.
do?
All right. Here, let me share Beast retweets. This is some stuff that I saw. Here, you guys have a Twitter handle as well?
I do not.
I do not.
Okay, there you go. Well, you know, I only do it for the sake of just looking at like news stories, what's trending, and of course, just retweeting funny videos that I saw. So I don't use it for any kind of social media aspect of it. All right, real quick. Last night, the Cardinals game. Did you guys watch that by chance?
I just saw highlights of it, man.
Yeah, it was cool. You know, we have D Hop back, so that was
Right.
cool to see that, and we finally won a game, and it looked good. There were some moments that it looked like the Cardinals were in some trouble as far as just the coaching staff and the players not getting along. Kyler Murray and Coach Cliff
Right.
butting heads and talking shit to each other.
Right.
But we won, and
that
at one
pick six looked great though.
yes, so there were a couple pick sixes,
Yeah,
and Andy Dalton was the quarterback is the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints for the
Right.
time being. But
Right.
if this dude keeps throwing pick six and becoming the opposite team's MVP, I don't know how long he's going to be starting.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this is a beautiful scene where you see the moment where Andy Dalton just threw an interception and realizes it's being run back for a touchdown. So you see the disappointment in his face. He just defeated, right? But what's even better is in the background, in slow motion, you see the Arizona Cardinal who intercepted the ball do a dive into the end zone. And it's poetry in motion. Check this out.
We're breaking free.
Right behind him. With the entire team cheering him on.
We're
But it's
breaking free.
And it's amazing. All right. So that's, of course, that was that. Oh, speaking of crazy eyes, this is amazing. Somebody did this to their kid. put on the Snapchat filter and freaked him out. And this is a great way to traumatize a kid if you have one and you have Snapchat. Check out this kid's reaction to realizing that he turned into like an ugly 50-year-old. You see his mind get blown in real time. He'll never be the same, no.
Kids are getting scarred left and right by these Snapchat filters. Like parents love doing this to their kids. It's so mean. Right, with the spiders on the person's face. Oh, it's horrible. Or the man that pops up. You see that one?
Right.
Yeah, so this gets traumatized forever. And that face, that's amazing.
What's that filter called? Florida man?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? It looked like that's called Guinness Man. It looks like that guy.
Yeah. Now, Powers, I know that you probably put together some headlines as far as content that we're probably going to do in the podcast here. Here's an example of some of the topics that I want you to try to come across and create, because somebody, this guy who has a TikTok page, went viral just based off all the different videos he posts on a regular basis that are so crazy and absurd in the topics. He's one of those guys, kind of like myself, who kind of has an answer for everything, even though he's kind of pulling out his ass, right? Check out all the different categories he has and write these down, because we'll probably turn these into segments. Okay, check this guy out.
How to drive drunk. Look, guys, the most dangerous man to fuck. Fellas, how to make a bitch tap out. Well, I tell you, how to fuck in the car. How to do the tower wreck with your dick. Code approach. Signs that a woman is tired of sucking your dick.
Hold on, there's more.
So you think you got the perfect size dick? How to get a woman with the... You want to record yourself fucking? Well, I got you.
I just love his... First off, yeah, he's doing it right. He has a good setup, but he's doing it right as far as you're supposed to start off any kind of segment and video as well with an intention grabbing headline, right? Yeah, you go in there. And so he's just like, so you think you know how to record yourself? Fucking, you got my attention. Tell me more, right? So there's a couple more categories here that he had that is fantastic.
You covered. Step number 1. The most important skill that any man can learn is fighting.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You know.
He gave you the answer right there, but they'll tell you why afterwards, which is good. It's the 80% rule, I think.
So you want to put it in there? How to drive?
Yeah. So you want to put in that? Oh, so I have that. A couple more briefs, retweets before we get back on the air here. Again, follow that guy on TikTok. Let's see. Oh, here's a new sport that I would suck at. It's ping pong soccer. Yeah, they combine these. Of course, this is in I think Mexico, Latin America, wherever, soccer is the number one sport in the majority of the world. And they turn it into ping pong, and they're good.
Right.
I mean, this is going back and forth for a long time. And that girl, she's stacked, she's hot, and she's got skills. So, this is a fun thing to watch. And yeah, they're just playing soccer and ping pong at the same time, and boom, the girl team won. So yeah, she's a gorgeous woman. All right, and okay, and then one more. We'll end it on a sports tip too. Christian Wood. This is just an awkward sports call. I'll let you be the judge of this, and you might have heard this before.
Back down, Damian Williams. Too little. 13 consecutive points for Christian Wood, who's laying the wood on the Suns in a huge way. The lead swelling back up to 12.
Yes.
You got to watch that word association with the play-by-play.
Yeah. In fact, I mean, it happened a lot over the opening week of the NBA. That's Paul Pierce, by the way. You got a birthday cake. Because there was another, I'll do one more sports thing that was just too perverted. It was like, you know what you're saying. But yeah, Christian Wood was laying the wood on in a major way. This has gone viral. I'm sure you've seen this. How to get a dent out of your car.
No.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty simple. You just gotta throw that big dildo in there.
Oh, that, yeah, that's an old trick.
Yeah.
Like a boom.
Yeah, so you got that. And what's the last sports? It's here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, okay, this one. That was football.
Okay, there's the dent.
All right. We'll wrap up Beast retweets with this call right here.
How about if you get a little taste of Landon Dickerson coming right down your throat?
Going right down your throat. God.
Right down your throat.
Oh, Chris Collinsworth, you know exactly what you were doing there.
That dude.
Yep. That was on NBC, Sunday Night Football.
Right?
That's Lord's Day. So,
Lord's Day.
so there's Beast retweets. Tweet.
Tweet.
All right. As you know, we're hanging out here with Steve-O and Omar from Stands with Fists. And if you're watching the stream tonight, I hope that you join us at The Rock because it's going to be a sick-ass show. Doors open at 7. So sick, kicks things off. Stands with Fists, of course, headlining the show. It's their annual glow-in-the-dark event, concert event. And they'll be playing for about a good hour and 15 minutes. Tons of songs. And how many albums you guys got all together?
Let's see. 3?
3?
Yeah, 3 and some singles.
Yeah. Nice. Well, of course, there's singles inside the album.
Well, there's singles that are not in albums.
Ah, yes.
That we put out.
I forget we're
album.
digital now. I forget the game
weird.
has changed. Yeah.
But we're working on recording another single and another album. So hopefully by the middle of the next year, we should have something out.
Nice. Yeah, that's Omar from Stands with Fists and Rock 102.1 KFMA. I asked them how many albums Stands with Fists have. They have 3 albums, and now they're a digital band, just like most bands. They're releasing singles at a time, putting them out there. So, you can follow them on Spotify and check out the entire catalog, or just come out tonight, see them live, and become an instant fan because the Glow Show is in full effect. It's a glow-in-the-dark concert event that is happening at The Rock, and it starts at 7 p.m. So join us tonight at The Rock so you can rock out with it. What are you guys laughing at? What'd I do?
No, nothing, man. It's just we were at Jams the other night, and there was this one in particular song where it just fits in with the Wayne's World theme, and it's the part where they go.
Yeah.
So the singer and I, John, we kind of look at each other. We were giggling about it afterwards, and then when we were playing it, we just kind of looked at each other and started laughing, and just automatically just started going. I mean, you had to be there. I mean, I tried to fit it in on the guitar, man. It was classic, man. It was just funny.
So, are you gonna play a Wayne's World riff tonight at the show? Did you figure out how to play the doodle-doo?
We should.
You got to.
I'll surprise everyone.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
We'll
to
get
have
the
a
whole
flashback.
crowd to do it at the same time.
All right.
Travel back into memory lane.
Right. There you go.
Well, again, that's Steve-O and Omar from Stands with Fists tonight. It's a Glow Show. Here, I got a quick story and a PSA to share with you guys here before we move the conversation to the podcast broadcast, where we show a woman basically videoing herself getting gored by a bison. That's coming up, yeah. But here's the PSA. Don't poop in an airplane. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Not like, you can poop in the restroom in the airplane. I'm talking like in the airplane.
The seat, man.
Yeah, Passengers on a British Airways flight had a crappy experience, pun intended, on a flight going from London to Nigeria. Reports say a man stripped from the waist down and defecated on the floor of the plane, then smeared himself with his own bodily waste and then wiped it all over the curtains and the carpets and the cabin. Again, crappy situation for sure. And I actually been in this situation before. Yeah, not on a plane. This is like when I read this story, I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what happened. Okay, so this is when I was 18 years old and I was in jail. Okay, so I was in Maine jail up in Phoenix. And it was one of the times I was just going back and forth. Like I said, I was at the peak of effing up in my life. So there's about 40 of us in this holding cell. And there was this like black, crazy homeless guy who decided to defecate himself. And the rumor was that he had HIV, and who knows? Oh, no. Nobody wanted to find out. But he defecated himself in that holding cell with the 40 of us and then wiped it all over himself and wiped it all over the wall. Now we're screaming, crying, and begging to be let out of this holding cell. And those goddamn detention officers let us sit there for like 2 hours with this maniac who is threatening the murder of us all. Now I'm in jail, right? There's a lot of tough guys. I'm not the one, right? I'm 18 years old. And this was the only appropriate time where you could sit on a man's lap in jail and not be somebody's bitch. It was accepted because we were all stuck in a corner, trying to get as far away from this guy as possible, stacked on top of each other while screaming and crying to be let out. Yeah, and it took 2 hours for us to let it out. So I was breathing that homeless guy's feces for 2 hours, and it's probably the reason why I think the way I do.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got his feces from my brains.
Ugh. Gave your brains pink eye.
He did. All right, we're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA.
That's horrible.
That's
man.
true story, man.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. The upside to this story about the guy who shit on the plane is that it happened while the plane was still boarding, so people were able to get off the plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
and get a
different.
fresh plane, but they were still on the plane when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they weren't stuck like in the air in that situation. And that plane had to go through a deep cleaning. Now, next time you go flying, you got to ask yourself, is this the plane that somebody shit all over?
Why does it smell funny in here?
Smells like chemicals.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was a brutal story. I survived it and I felt good about that. But man, made some friends that day.
Right. Yeah, right.
For life.
Bonding
life.
over traumatic experience for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. And seriously, that's right? That was the Tent City era. I mean, I don't know if it's different, but I just know at the time, like torture was kind of like the MO.
You're right.
The way they would do that. So they were laughing their ass off. And we were, it was like it must have violated some human rights there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been a victim of the system over and over again.
Yeah.
But look at me, still here.
Exactly.
Can we call the segments when you talk about when you're a jail victim of the system?
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah. That's a good band name too.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. Why did you come up with Stands with Fists, Omar?
It was a complete accident.
Okay.
As well. We're trying to find a name. We're just throwing names out there. Eventually, somebody said "Stands with a Fist," and I was like, "Well, isn't that the chick from Dances with Wolves?"
Oh,
and then
yes.
and then if you abbreviated, just the letters, it said "SWAF," and like that's kind of weird. It's like, what about single white female? Stands with fists.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we'll try it, and it stuck.
Nice.
And people keep asking me, is that a fight club? Is that some sort of fight club, man? I'm like, could be. Depends on the night.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know about it because I wouldn't tell you about it.
Right. Yeah.
That's the rule.
Depends if you're trying to be a dick in the mosh pit, it's going to turn into a fight club for sure.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be standing with fists.
All right. Let's get back to a viral video real quick here. This is the woman who decided to film a bison and get a little too close to it.
Genius.
Yes. So she inadvertently filmed herself getting gored.
Ooh.
And they're like, watch to the end. Somebody's going to die.
Yeah, right.
Hope she's making money.
Yeah.
Someone's getting maimed. Sweet.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here.
Keep going. I don't want to deal with them. I just want to go by. Come on, keep going. I just want to get by. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sounds too annoying.
Didn't want to go
Stop
through the
getting
bushes
gored.
again.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
There you go.
I have to watch it again. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm sadistic.
That wasn't too bad.
Surprise,
I don't want
surprise,
to
right?
deal with
Yeah, you didn't get to see like the
just wanna go
face
by.
of the
Come
bison
on,
going right
keep
into her
going.
ass, but you get to
Just
hear
wanna
that
get
oh
by,
shit
okay?
moment.
Well, because
And-
you
Thank
hear it.
you.
That
I
thing says,
appreciate
Uh-huh.
Didn't want to go through the bushes again.
Again, you can't sound like a Karen around bisons.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That is a fact. That is a fact because bisons immediately are like, oh, this bitch.
Oh shit.
Oh my God!
Right in the
Oh!
cactus.
Oh!
That hurt her even more. Right in the cactus. Ooh, very good. All right, let's get into your headlines here, Powers.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, okay.
Where did I put those things that you said I don't need this
Oh,
time?
you know what?
again?
I'll tell you what.
What?
You get ready for that. Earlier this morning, we did F My Life. I got to put 10's information in the system so you can pick up those tickets for the Tucson Roadrunners, and then we'll play a music video from Stands with Fists as well. So we'll have all that we're going to cram in here in the next few minutes. So earlier this morning, we had a good round of F My Life, and in case you missed it, it went a little something like this. Check it out.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward.
It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F my life. F my life. F my life.
Yes, it's time for another round of F My Life. These are unfortunate situations emailed to me at beefegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML, but it's Friday. And if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, cumulative through the week, give me a call right now, 600-KFMA, 600-5362. And Powers and I will weigh in on your F My Life situation. Are you ready, Powers?
Let's get them.
All right, first email sent to me by Joe. He said, today I had to cancel a plane ticket to a friend's wedding because he gave me the wrong date, and after which his fiance cut me from the guest list because COVID safety still. Yeah. Instead of paying $600 to be in a ceremony, I'm now paying $400 not to go anywhere because the ticket can only be partially refunded.
Ugh.
Yeah, F My Life. What do you say?
Yep, that's an F My Life. That's aggravating.
Yeah, man. And it sounds like the fiance just said, no, Joe. Yeah, that's
if anyone's using COVID excuses at this point a bit, take it personally.
You're like, still? I'm vax boosted, bitch. Come on. Nope. You can't come here, Joe. All right. Next F My Life email sent to me by Philip. He said, last year I went to the airport to start an amazing 3-week vacation in Costa Rica that I've been saving for and planning for more than a year. They wouldn't let me on the plane because my passport expires in less than 6 months. Doesn't that suck? Yeah, F My Life for Philip. So a 3-week vacation, right? And he would have been back still in time for his passport not to expire.
I'm confused. If it's not expired, it's valid. What's the problem? That's weird. F My Life.
Yeah, absolutely. You try to explain reason to these people. Maybe they just didn't like your face, Philip. Yeah. Definitely an F My Life. All right, next situation sent to me by Roberto. He said, last night I was using the toilet and I was still insanely pissed off over an argument with my girlfriend, which kind of explains why, while I was wiping so furiously that my fingers broke through the tissue and ended up, I can't really read that part.
No.
But anyways, so far that it caused me to shriek like a little girl.
Yeah.
F My Life. What do you say?
F My Life for the home prostate exam for sure.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Can you tell you had cancer or not? Oh, yeah. You got to have the silver lining there somewhere.
Yeah.
Wash your hands all day long today, Roberto. F My Life for sure. All right, 2 more left. Wendy wrote this email and said, today, after my daughter told half her class about my retainer, I advised her to keep Mummy's personal details personal. Now she responds with, I'm not supposed to tell to any question regarding our home life. Thus far, I received 6 very concerned calls.
Wow. Yeah, that's an F My Life.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely F your life, Wendy. All right, final F My Life of the day sent to me by Stephanie, probably the hottest F My Life of the week. She wrote, this week I have Hello Kitty Band-Aids on my nips because I dozed off while tanning and burned them extra crispy.
Oh my goodness. Is that real? Yikes.
That's real, yeah.
I like the Hello Kitty part at least.
Yeah. They should have like aloe pasties that you would think for these ladies, but definitely F My Life for your nips.
See me laugh at him.
Yeah.
We're going,
Yeah, no, I'm a child. It's an early game. Oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. Whoops. Yeah, I'm a child. So then, yeah, nips. 2-4 and 1983. All right, Ken, I got you all set up, dude. So you can pick up those the 4-pack of tickets for the Roadrunners. Today, you got till 5 to pick them up. It's under your name, and you know where we're at. So good. All right, got that all situated. And then we're gonna play an epic music video from Stands with Fists here in a little bit after our next on-air segment, which we're gonna be on in like 3 minutes for. And it's Time for Evolution is the name of the song and the music video, which is inspired by like Jim Henson. So this is gonna be right up your alley, Powers.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fantastic. All right, now guys, welcome to the show. And I know this is your first time being on the show. If you didn't know, on this show, I like to play games. So, since I got you here, let's play a round of the last word, okay? So, this is our verbal hot potato game. The way the game works is very simple. We have 30-second rounds. I'm going to give you a category, and you're going to give me an answer. We'll start off with, say, like Steve-O, and then Steve-O gives an answer. Then Omar, you give an answer back to the same category. You guys are going to go back and forth, giving acceptable answers for the category. Whoever gets the last acceptable answer in within 30 seconds wins the round. Best of 3 rounds gets the bragging rights and can call themselves the lead guitarist all night long. Right?
That's cool with me because I can't play lead.
Yeah. But yeah, if you win the last word, Omar, then you can tell everybody that you're the lead guitarist in Stands with Fists tonight only, okay?
All right.
All right. That's the deal. All right. And these are categories that we did earlier in the morning, too. So we'll start it off with we'll start it off with one that we did not mention on the air because we had a clean sweep. Here we go. Steve-O, you're going to start it off. 30 seconds on the clock will begin when I finish asking this question. Steve-O, name a killer from a scary movie and go.
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger, okay? Omar.
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, okay?
Jason Voorhees.
Okay, Jason Voorhees.
Jigsaw.
Yeah, definitely.
The Creeper.
Creeper, okay?
Pennywise.
Yep.
Candyman.
Oh, yeah.
The guy from the Pumpkinhead guy.
Pumpkinhead.
Okay. Oh, you answered it for him, Steve-O. Looks like Omar got that first round.
All
in the
good,
last
man.
word.
I'm helping him out.
Yeah. All right. Omar, you're going to start off the second round, okay? 30 seconds on the clock will begin when I finish asking you this. All right. Name something that might be cut into pieces so it can fit into your trunk and go.
A body.
Yeah, that's always the first answer. All right, Steve-O.
Wood.
Yeah, nice. Omar.
Jello.
No.
No. Okay. Pieces. Carpet.
Okay, yeah. Steve-O.
Metal pieces.
Okay, yeah.
Aluminum.
Yeah. Omar.
A sofa.
Yeah. I would say yes. You look.
I'm gonna put it back together.
PVC.
Oh, ran out of time there. Okay, you know what? I'll give it to Steve-O. Power says you're not going to cut up a sofa to put in your trunk, but if you know how to rebuild a sofa, then you absolutely would. Yes. So sometimes, you don't have the luxury of having a big flatbed pickup truck to move a sofa, and shit got to be moved, right? So I'm sure there are people out there that cut their sofa in a couple pieces just so they can move it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
I seen it.
All right, we're gonna be on 18 seconds, so we're all tied up, and then we'll play another the tiebreaker round on the air. All right, so remember, no cursing, and I'm glad we got the body thing out of the way.
Well,
hey man.
No, our caller this morning
man,
said the same thing, so. And then the other guy's like, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Hanging out here on the podcast broadcast with two of the members of Stands with Fists who are headlining the Glow Show tonight at the Rock. And that's Steve-O and Omar. We just played 2 rounds of the last word, and it's all tied up. So the stipulation for this round of the last word is whoever wins this last word gets to call them the lead guitarist, call themselves the lead guitarist for Stands with Fists for the entire night. So as, we mingle with all the musicians and all the fans that come out to the Rock, and they say, hey, what do you do in the band? You say, I'm the lead guitarist, whether you're rhythm or not. All right. So Omar, really, you don't get to say this that often. So the pressure's on you to win this round so you can finally be the lead guitarist. And I believe in you.
All right, man.
All right. I believe in you too, Steve-O. There we go. 30 seconds on the clock will begin when I finish asking this question. We'll start off with Steve-O in this final round. Steve-O, what is something that would embarrass you in public? Go.
My parents.
Parents, yes.
Shitting myself.
Oh, you can't say that on the radio, but that's
Crapping
okay.
myself.
All right. Steve-O.
Tripping and falling.
Okay.
Being extremely intoxicated and doing really embarrassing stuff.
Sounds like an experience. Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Falling down a flight of stairs.
Okay.
Messing up the solo in a song.
Oh, yes.
Falling in the river.
Oh, okay. Falling in the river. These sound like every single one of these examples has like a story attached to them. Am I wrong?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about our most embarrassing drunk moment on the podcast broadcast, plus also play a music video from Stands with Fists, a fantastic Jim Henson inspired music video. So if you want to check that out, join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. We'll wrap things up with your beef tip after this. Clear. All right. Did you want to share your crazy drunk story real quick, or we go right into the music video?
Oh man, it's there's so many.
Right?
There's so many.
Exactly.
All right, well,
I just remember up to a point, and then somebody else told me about the rest.
yeah.
And then he woke up in a river.
Did you wake up in a river?
No, I did not wake up in a river, but I do have a really, really funny story. Okay, so I was banned from pretty much drinking after this story. It was in another band that we went up to Flagstaff, and we played at the Orpheum, and we opened up for Devil Driver.
Okay.
And I think it was All That Remains a couple of nights before, so we were up there for a couple of days. Anyhow, the first show was with Devil Driver.
Okay.
And then so we were like, yeah, this is awesome. We go out, we party. I don't know if you've ever had liquid cocaine shots.
Yes, I have.
And that was my thing, man. And I drank I drank moderation, and I started buying everybody, and it started getting good to me. And I was like, all right, cool. Let's have another one.
Right.
Another one. So needless to say, I don't remember getting back to the RV.
Right.
And then I just remember everyone being mad at me because I was throwing up everywhere.
Oh.
The next day, I couldn't find any of my stuff, and they had moved it all outside. They had tried to move me outside, but didn't get very far. I was laying in the middle of the aisleway in the RV in a blanket, just covered in all my vom, dude. And I was just like, all right, I need to. This is the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty wretched.
That was it. That was the deal breaker. That's funny.
Awful.
And do you not drink anymore?
Oh no, man. Nope, I do not.
Damn, that was the day that you said that's enough.
No, that was many mistakes ago, and I've made plenty after that. But I just decided, you know what, man, like it's time to just, I'm not square or anything, it's been 5 years since I've touched it. It dropped, so.
Yeah, and I wouldn't consider that square at all. If I mean, at the end of the day, that shit's poison.
Yeah,
and,
man. Yeah. It's
bad things happen when you do it, and fuck it. You know?
It's crazy, man. Sometimes it gets crazy, but you can pull yourself out of it, and make that evolutional change for yourself. So.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that said, let's get into this music video. Now, were you in the band, Steve-O, when they made this music video, or no?
I was not, but I was definitely one that paid a lot of attention to these guys, especially whenever they did stuff like this, because it was always really rad to see just them doing their own thing and coming out of their shell and just being able to be like, hey, I know these guys. I know John. These are my best friends, So I was really just stoked for them and to see everything coming into fruition for them. And now it's, I get to share it with them. So it's really, really cool. It's really humbling.
Awesome. Well, let's check it out here. This is Stands with Fist music video, Time for Evolution.
Sometimes the words you can't replay, and they blow out now, forming another change into the fields of time. We grow on now, waiting for the other side, until our hearts remain. We grow on now, waiting for another rain, into the fields of time. We grow on now, all the time for evolution. You're here to ask me, it's time for evolution. Where the heart beats the same, it's time for evolution. Where the memory remains, it's time. I'm fighting to be free tonight. Found a place for you to wait. Rise, we fall down and fall asleep. Sometimes the words you can't replay, and they fly now, forming another change into the fields of time. We blow now, waiting for the other side. True hearts remain. We fly now, waiting for another rain into the fields of time. We blow now, all the time for revolution. You hear us coming, it's time for revolution. Where the heart beats the same, it's time for revolution. Where the memory remains, it's time. I'm fighting to be free tonight. Found a place for you to be. Arise, we fall down and fall asleep. I'm right free, I know I feel now I can't let go. I feel now we are letting go. Now I can't let go. I feel now we are letting go. Place for you to be. Arise, we fall down and fall asleep. I'm free, now I know I feel
That's nearly this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We just watched Stands with Fists song Time for Evolution. The music video, fantastic. Looked like Jim Henson's the Dark Crystal.
Dark Crystal vibes all day.
All day
like
long.
You weren't lying. That was awesome.
It looks like $1 million video.
Yeah.
You know, so if you get a chance, if you haven't seen it on the podcast broadcast, when you head to YouTube, just search Stands with Fists Time for Evolution to check out that music video. It'll get you geared up and ready for tonight, which is the Glow Show at the Rock, which is going to be our big party. So we hope to see everybody out there and celebrating great local music and this great visual experience that is the Glow in the Dark show that Stands with Fists does annually. We put together a sick lineup stacked from beginning to end. So there are no bad bands on this bill. It's all going to be fun. So doors open 7 at the Rock tonight. So with that said, let's get ready to wrap things up. Our in-studio guests today have been Steve-O and Omar from Stands with Fists. Make sure you follow Stands with Fists on social media, and that will give you all the information that you need to know for tonight's show. Before we leave, I got a story to share with you. There's been a big uptick in UFO sightings over the Pacific lately. In fact, actually dozens of pilots are reporting UFO sightings across the Pacific Ocean over the last 2 months alone. Yeah, and that's according to Ben Hansen, a former FBI agent and host of Discovery's show UFO Witness. Now, he's obtained new footage and air traffic control recordings that reveal baffled pilots struggling to describe mid-air sightings. Hansen's compiled accounts of pilots from Southwest Airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, and others between August 6th and September 23rd. And he also notes that many pilots don't officially report it due to being ridiculed, which leads me to your beef tip and its prediction for beef Stradamus within 5 years now. Within 5 years, the government's just going to say, that's it, guys. They're aliens, and they're right here. Well, boom.
Yeah.
Person next to you, your third grade teacher, she was an alien. Boom, boom. Things like that. So they're just gearing up. They're getting ready.
I think I read that by R.L. Stein, My Third Grade Teacher's an Alien. I'm pretty sure I read that one.
Yeah. R.L. Stein?
He might, yeah.
Also an alien?
Ah.
Yeah. Who goes by 2 initials, bro?
True.
Only aliens.
True.
Yeah. All right, that's it. That's our beef tip. Don't forget, tonight at The Rock, this weekend is home opener weekend for the Tucson Roadrunners. There's a game on Saturday night and then family nights on Sunday. Next week, I got another concert announcement plus tickets to give away all week long. But I thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to tell a friend about Beef Vegan Presents on KFMA. And Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day and weekend. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Wish upon a side of beef.
See you tonight.
That's right. See you tonight.
And end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.